good, Trey Mosley, for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and our home team. Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Ryan Fitzgerald. He's got the ball on the tee. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Warriors, let's go now.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. Open man, that's Luther Burden. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
A gain of 21 yards. And an Eagle first down.
On play action, here's Hurts. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now a second timeout called by the defense. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's a first carry for their running back. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. A second down throw for Hurts. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. That's a a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Moving to his right. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play. Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He gets this complete to Burton. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line. The running back on the a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Third and short. Hurts will throw. And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. That his first touchdown of the new year. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Left side by Likely. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On second down, Dart. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Look wide. Get this one complete. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go, and here's Dart. Open man, left side. He's got it. Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Malik Neighbors for the touchdown. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on 4th down. And it's certainly a risk. It's certainly up there for debate. But in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
yard on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. The RPO. That one is complete. And he is out of bounds. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. High throw, but it's reeled in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
Let's go. Trimmer. No touch. Hey, easy. 63, bad. No touch.
A pistol snap, back to Hurts. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball's out. It is picked up by the defense. He gets 3. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
And what a way to get your first catch as a pro, Mike. I mean, only thing that would have made it better is if it would have been a touchdown. But with that grab, they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they're looking at 1st and goal.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Scatterboo, touchdown. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second,
before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's complete to the rookie's 2nd-round pick. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Direction to another, and when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Handoff here, up the middle, and this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Thrown quickly on the RPO to balance. Inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 50 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separating the man from the ball. And it'll bring up third down.
Good. No, touch it.
To throw is Hurts. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Hurts. Now he'll work his way out right. That one. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game, Mike. You see it so often on fourth down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Bring him down for no gain. Second and 11.
The 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Good luck, buying time.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Throwing, Dart. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Scannable. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of a shotgun. It's Darby. Rolling right. Now he takes off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. So the Eagles will use their 1st time out here. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Eagles 34-yard line.
Out of a gun, here comes Dart. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it, and he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The extra point is good. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Throw left side, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
He's going to air this one out. That is hard. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
I love the aggressive approach. You don't want to give the ball back to your opponent in this situation. So they dial up a shot play, push the ball downfield, results in a massive play here late in the first half.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. Dart gonna throw it again. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he forgoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
So, 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The third quarter begins with a run. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop on no gain.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll try to run this one in. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Third and goal for Hurts. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles go up by 7, 28-21. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds. on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. A give out of the gun, and it's scattered. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On 2nd down, Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell. Still going. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He has Hyatt complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 15 yards. Complete to Jalen Hyatt. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll take this down inside the 35. This duo's dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Dart. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be close to another 1st down as he's forced out just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. And he's in. Tyrone Tracy has a touchdown. Now Sanders off for the extra point. He's got it. And his guys back within 7. It's 35-28. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
touchdown.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down throw for Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught inside by Bowers. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. To throw is Hurts. On the move left. The ball comes out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. And this one online, and it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. Now he's loose again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Malik Neighbors for the score. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now give on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll get it to Bowers on the screen. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
He's across midfield, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon, good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. 4th down, here's Hurts. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance, and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up. Now a give up the middle. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll go with him again. Oh, a loose football. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
Throwing is Dart. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be out of bounds, up past the 20. His 5th catch of the afternoon, good for a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
First down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
To the air on second down. Dart.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Throwing again, Dart. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
To the air again goes Dart. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run, it's Scatterboo. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and through. And his guys have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Here comes second down.
63.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here we go. One final play. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.